What's up? What's up? What up, though, everybody? Hope everyone is having a great night. Uh, I just got off work. I'm a little bit tired, but I still wanted to make time to, kick it with my comic fam for a little bit before I, get some dinner and things. Just wanted to share with you guys my experience at my first Comic Con in many years. So, yeah, I just thought I would go ahead and talk about that for a little bit, see how you guys are doing, what you're getting into, and, talk about some other things that I have taken on. I did mention it in my previous video, which is that I started to learn how to clean and press my own books. And I'll share a little bit with you guys about how that is going. So let me go ahead and take a look here. Let's see. And I hope that everyone can hear me. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So my first con back, um, I don't know if they're on a smaller scale. I'm pretty sure they're smaller here compared to the ones that you would see at, like San Diego Comic Con, New York Comic Con, some of the bigger ones. But this one was called Phoenix Fan Fusion. And yeah, it was an experience that at first I felt was a little bit overwhelming, and I had to take the first day to kind of take it all in and kind of learn how to navigate a con. Um, it just, you know, it was a lot. So I thought that the cosplay was fantastic. Um, the level of effort that people put into creating their costumes is amazing, and there were some good ones there. Of course, a lot of Star Wars costumes, a lot of Mandalorian, Boba Fett. Um, I saw some Lord of the Rings, but just a lot of different cosplay. I even saw a guy who pulled off Plastic Man. I don't think I've ever seen a Plastic Man before. He was really tall. He had the right outfit, so he looked pretty cool. But hey there, hey surfer. So yeah, that was really cool to see all the cosplayers there. Um, Again, I was supposed to try and meet up with some of the members of the comic community, but I was really just trying to navigate this thing and figure out where the artists were, where the comics were, because there was a lot more than just comics and artists there. There was all kinds of stuff there. So, um, yeah, it was it was a lot on the first day. So let me see here. Yeah, it was. It was. It was really cool to see a Plastic Man. I have a picture of him, but I think it's in my other phone because I took two phones, one mainly for pictures so that my other phone battery wouldn't run down. But the only thing, and I can't remember in the picture or not if he had on the sunglasses. He may have had on the sunglasses too, but he looked really cool. He pulled it off. Hi, Naman. How are you? So, so on the first day, I was really just trying to learn, how the vendors work, look at their pricing, everything that they had. Um, a lot of them had some high-end books, and then a lot of them had like $1 and $2 bins, which actually for me, I'm not even used to because my LCS doesn't have a dollar bin. Everything in their back issue bin is priced $1 or more above cover price. So there is no such thing as a dollar bin for me at my LCS. So it was really cool to see dollar bins at the convention. Let me take a look at this chat real quick. Hey, Greg. Movie man Greg in the house. Let me put on my glasses real quick, y'all. Let's see. Am I excited for? Oh, for sure. I'm excited for both. I love comic movies. I know some of the trailers don't do much for some people, but I love them. I'm not as harsh of a critic, I don't think, as a lot of people are. It's pure entertainment to me, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. And I know some things can be better in some of the movies, and but some of the movies that people down and find just like, oh, it was downright trash. I don't know. I find entertainment in them. So maybe I'm not that hard to please. So let me see here. Who we got here? Hey, Miso Morpheus. Uh so this is just the alumni shirt. So it's all the houses on there. But I roll with Gryffindor. I got sorted into Gryffindor. So, I still got the Gryffindor colors on. Oh, Naman, you have to try and make one. It is my goal to try and get to one of the big ones. In the discourse that I'm in, a lot of people are getting to not necessarily the San Diego one, because I know you really couldn't buy tickets for that one for this time around. But a lot of people are preparing for NYCC and they got tickets to that. So I'm a little bit jealous. It's on my list that I want to either make it to San Diego Comic Con or New York Comic Con. Preferably probably San Diego, because that one's closer to me because I live in Arizona. But it is on my list. And I did reach out to people who have tickets just to start the process and find out what I need to do to get into one of those bigger cons in the future. So let's see here. Hey, Spade, I know who you are. I remember. The con was 3 days, and I didn't make it on Friday. I did have the weekend pass, but had to work. So I went Saturday morning and I went on Sunday. It was funny because I'm glad I got the weekend pass, because I missed a lot of stuff on the first day. A lot. Like, there were celebrities there. I had no idea, signing autographs. I mean, when I went the second day on Sunday, it was a little bit of a lighter crowd, so I was able to navigate a little better. And I found out that I missed like a whole nother side of the con. It was crazy. So I got to see some really nice stuff, some really cool books, and some beautiful, beautiful art. Oh my gosh, there are so many talented artists out there. And I'm not talking about, just the big ones that we know from our comics, but just out there in the world. People were showcasing their stuff, and the art was absolutely gorgeous. Like, I wish my pockets ran deep, because I would have supported almost each and every one of them. Just grabbed at least one piece of art from all of them that were there. That's how beautiful it was. So let me get caught up in the chat real quick. Hello, Wellbore. How are you? Bueller, my guy, what's up? What's up? I am enjoying the journey. I'm so sorry to hear about your bus and what happened with that. I'm really happy though to see that you and Bob are going to be doing a show. I actually missed that show. I know you have another journey in mind, but I do miss the show with you and Bob. So I'm glad we'll get to at least see a couple of more of those. Maybe I know you said one, maybe a couple more. So I am looking forward to seeing you and Bob back together again. I can't wait for that. Let's see. You rather talk about what you like. Let me take a look here. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not hard to please. Like a lot of the Marvel shows right now, I see, a lot of critical opinions about them. And, I've actually enjoyed all of them. A lot of people didn't like Falcon and Winter Soldier, or they didn't like Loki. And I found enjoyment out of all of the shows so far. No spoilers. I watched Miss Marvel last night with my kids, and we liked it a lot. We're looking forward to see how that series goes. But I found Miss Marvel very enjoyable last night. So I guess I'm just not hard to please. All right, let's see here. Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, okay. Oh man, Chicago is very nice, Bueller. I don't know if you've ever been there. I'm from Michigan, and so I'm actually from Detroit, Michigan, and so we used to drive to Chicago a lot. It was kind of our little getaway when we wanted to get out of town. Their downtown was fabulous. Now, granted, I haven't been there in a really, really long time. I moved to Arizona. Oh my gosh, I think I've been here about 15 years. So it's been a long time since I've been there, but it used to be a really nice place to just get away from home from. So you probably enjoyed the East Coast. Exactly. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone, Naman. I mean, I find enjoyment in all of them. Let's see here. Hey, fight the good fight. I'm glad to see that you made it. So, okay, guys, I again haven't been to a con in a long time. So, I know that you guys gave me tips on what to do, how to try and get some books, but all right, this is what I found there. And you guys tell me if this is the normal or maybe things have changed, because of, everything that's happened with the pandemic, whatever. But a lot of the books there I found to be really overpriced. And when I say overpriced, I mean way over what you can get them for online. I don't know if that's normal. And let me just give you an example. What book was it? I can't remember the name of the book, but I remember that when I saw the book online, it was like $1,200. It might have been like a Hulk 180. I can't remember the grade it was in. It was like $1,200 online. A few copies, not just one copy. A few of them were in that $1,200 range, 1,100, 1,200. When I went to this con and saw the same book, Hulk 180, same grade because I compared the grades, and the guy said 1,700, and I'm like, wow, that is $500 more than what I would pay for it if I bought it online. And I know you guys said that you could try to negotiate, but I mean, realistically, would a negotiation get it closer to 1,200? Like, I don't know. So I didn't really pursue it. But you guys tell me, is that the normal for a con where the books are like overpriced over what you may find um, online? So let me know. Oh, that's another one. C2E2. You know what? That particular con got on my radar. I had just back into collecting. I never heard of C2E2, but when I saw the banana Wolverine, and I know that's the con that particular book came from, I started to read all about what C2E2 is because that is my favorite Wolverine cover. And that's going to be awesome. I'm glad that you get to go. And so hopefully we can share that experience because, um, I don't know if I'll ever get to one of those, maybe one day. But my plan is to probably get to SDCC first. And then maybe down the line, I can get to some of the East Coast cons. So hopefully you'll share that with us, Bueller. Let's see. You've never been to a con either? Wow. Oh my gosh. And they have a Edmonton Fan Expo. Yeah, you should definitely try to go. I mean, overall, the experience I had was great. Uh, I had a lot of fun there. Again, I just had to learn how to take it all in. It was a bit overwhelming at first. Um, some funny stuff is that I didn't have my glasses, and the lighting was kind of, it was just okay. So I learned some lessons when I bought some of the books about learning probably how to look at them a bit closer, and maybe ask, hey, is it okay to take this out? Because I did buy a book, and I'll show it in a little bit, where it looked okay. And then upon further review, after I purchased it and got home and looked at it a little bit better, I found a lot of defects on it. So that was after day one. So I learned a lesson on day one for sure. But it was a good experience. If I learned something from it, it's great for me. So I appreciate it, even though I didn't notice the defects before. So let's see. We got a response from Spade. It says the overpricing is sort of normal. Vendors are trying to make up for their spot, gas, etc. But there are some that just jack up the price because they're looking to get a book for value, and they thin. Okay, well then, you know what? Someone else did mention that to me. That possibly the overpricing is to kind of cover the cost of the booth, and like you said, maybe the traveling gas and things like that. So I guess that makes sense. I even try to add up. Okay, they're selling this book in person for this much. How much would it cost me online, including shipping, including tax? I factored in all of that and still found the book in person to be a lot more than if I just went ahead and bought it online. Um, so yeah, but that's good to know. So you just confirmed what someone else had mentioned to me, as far as why they, jack up those prices. That's good to know. Yeah, yeah, and you know what? I didn't do the price comparison right away. I was just in awe and I was excited, and I'm like, "Oh, cool! They have this book, and I haven't seen this book in person. I haven't. My LCS hasn't had this book, so I was kind of excited in the moment." And so I didn't do the price comparison on day one, and yeah, it was it was just a lesson learned. And I'll go through the books to kind of show you the lessons that I learned from a couple of the purchases. Um, yeah, yeah, I can see that. The crowds were massive on Saturday. That was a big day. Um, Again, it was just hard to get through and see everything. But you don't have to go on the busiest day. Sunday, again, and I don't know if it's notorious for all the cons where it might be a little bit slower on the last day if you just want to get the experience in there. But yeah, I think you should definitely at least experience one con. I really do. I would recommend it. Let's see. Ah, okay. So you're finishing where they think that people won't know any better, how much a book is really worth. Very true, because I think that happened to me on the first day. Like I said, I didn't necessarily do the price comparison on day one because I was just really excited to be there. And so I'm sure even people like me that know better still probably overpaid for some books. So let's see. How does well, I mean, Naman, they have so many books that you may not ever see at your LCS. I mean, it's just so many vendors there, and so many great books there that I've never seen in person. I collect mostly moderns. I haven't, expanded my collection yet to like Silver Age and things like that. But they had golden age, silver age books there. And just to see them in person, graded, raw, I mean, they had the whole selection, and it was just awesome to see what those books look like in person. And those are books, like I said, I've been out here for many years that I've never seen come through my LCS. So it's just a good experience because you get to see a variety of books. So like I said, I recommend going. Just it's just a great experience. Not to mention again the people who do the cosplay, they look fantastic. So it was really enjoyable. Let's see here. Yeah, absolutely. So, um, let's go ahead and show a couple of the books I got. So, this is one I did not have in the collection, which is Spider-Man 2, issue number 1. I do have this book, but it's the variant that I have. And of course, this is the first appearance of the evil Miles Morales, and this is his first cover appearance. So, I went ahead and grabbed this one. This one was pretty cheap. I think I paid like $5 for it or something like that. So I got that one. And then here is the book that I overpaid for, which is Ironheart number 1. Now, this did come in a 2-book set. So they sold this one along with it, which is, very cool. This Ironheart issue 2, the Stan Lee tribute variant. So they sold these to me together. But even with these two together, I looked online and found that, this book, I could have had it for a lot less online. But I was happy to just grab something from the con. So, and it's Riri. I mean, you can't go wrong with picking up a Riri. So it was cool. But lesson learned on that one. I went to a booth that was selling Alex Ross art. It was called Alex Ross Art, and they also had Neil Adams art there. And oh my gosh, you guys, it was so beautiful to see those art pieces by Alex Ross and Neil Adams in person. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. But they also had comics there. They had like a full thing of like dollar bins, and then they had some smaller back issue bins. The books were pretty much $10 or less. So I did stop by there just really to admire the art. But I got a couple of books from them. I think most of them are dollars, and I didn't bag and board them yet, so they're sitting in a pile. But this was a one that I grabbed, and this one, another Stan Lee tribute cover, and this cover is fantastic. I mean, I love it. And I can't remember who the artist is. I know it's on the inside, but this was another book that I grabbed at the con, and it was very inexpensive as well. And then I had been looking for this book, which is actually, I believe, King in Black, issue number 2. And, it's a Miles cover. I had to grab me something that was Miles Morales. And this is one that I've been looking for. This is a Michael Turner cover. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I have been buying Michael Turner covers. I absolutely love his art. And this was an exclusive. I actually met the owner of the store that produced this exclusive, and he was really nice. We had very nice conversation, and he was just telling me that this was actually their exclusive. I thought he was just the vendor that had it for sale, but he says no, this was our exclusive. And I believe there's another one that goes with this. But yeah, so it was really nice to get to meet the owner of that LCS, which I think is in Ohio. So he drove all the way to Phoenix, for this Comic-Con. Let's see here. Is he holding the head like a bowling ball? It's who holding the head like a bowling ball? Who? Yes, Spade. Yes, it's a beautiful cover. I mean, Michael Turner, I'm finding more and more covers of his that I absolutely love. I've been searching for them, hunting them down. I just posted yesterday a Wolverine set on my Instagram, Michael Turner. I absolutely love it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. He sure did. Um, and that's why I again I found out about that cover just by seeking out other covers. The very first cover I got of his was a Wolverine Origins book. And I love that cover so much. I started Googling Michael Turner Googling covers that he had done. And, slowly but surely, I started finding some of his comic covers and trying to grab them whenever I see them. So it was fantastic. Yeah, yeah. The Black Panther covers were fire, fire. I love those too. So this is the other book that I wanted to mention. Now, initially, I had got this book for one of my viewers before I realized that it wasn't exactly near mint, which is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, issue number 15. And this is the first meeting of Riri and Moon Girl. So I found this at the con because I was at the con, reaching out to the comic community for people's want list. If there was something you had been looking for, and I saw it at the con, I was willing to actually pick it up for you guys. And you just send me the money, and I'll grab the book and send it to you. So I saw this one, and I reached out to the community member, and he did say that he wanted it. However, again, this is the day that I did not have on my glasses, and the lighting wasn't that great. So that's the one that, upon further inspection, it you probably can't even see it here, but it has like some color rub on the front, and I think it might be in more than one spot, like here as well as near the spine. And so he did want a near mint copy. So I bought the book, but I ended up telling him, it's all good because it wasn't near mint, which is what he was looking for. And he could actually get a near mint copy for about the same price that I paid for this one. But it's okay. But anyway, I was trying to help out any comic community members. Next time, I'll make sure that I have my glasses when I'm looking for books, because I did totally miss, the color rub that was on that book. So, yeah, but it's all good. Let me see here. You need any Justice League pre 52 Michael Turners? Holla at me. Okay. Okay, yeah, I gotta look and see, what those covers look like. I try to stay away from cover buys, but sometimes you just can't help it. You just can't help it. So, yeah, that was my experience at the con. I felt like I learned a lot, and that hopefully, my next experience will be even better. I did get my first commission sketch done on a comic cover for an Ultimate Fallout 4 blank. So I was really, really excited about that. I did post that on my Instagram, and the artist, his name is Eric Henson, really, really nice guy. I didn't realize that a lot of the artists were taking commissions prior to the con, so that your sketch would be done by the time that the con came around. Once I realized that, however, it was too late. The commission list had closed, so I was a little bit bummed out because I had missed out on that. However, I walked up to his table and asked him, when would his commission list open back up? And he says, "Oh, well, that was just, for pre-orders before the con." He says, "But you're here in front of me right now." He was like, "What would you like me to do? I got you." Man, he made my day, because I had already scoped out his art, and I knew that I really wanted a cover from him, and he gladly obliged me and was able to get the cover done. Um, I went on Saturday and gave him the book, and it was done by Sunday afternoon. So I liked it so much that I handed him another book before I left, which of course he wouldn't have had time to do that day. But he's local. He said he recently became local here to Arizona, and he took my book and said, "Yeah, I'll go ahead and bust out another commission for you." He is starting to get busy. He's been doing work with IDW. He did a TMNT Last Ronin. Let me see if I can share my screen with you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see here. 7. Let me see if I can share my screen. Share screen. Okay. Okay. And entire screen window. Okay. I'm trying to pull it up for you guys. So this is his site, and here's his commission gallery here. So these are just some of the commissions that he's done, and these commissions are like absolute fire. Like, I was really blown away by his work, and meeting him in person was just the icing on the cake for me. And he's actually affordable as far as his charges for the commissions. So these are all commission sketches. Let me see here. Look at that. Just fantastic. Look at that Silver Surfer. Gorgeous. And there was a couple of Black Panthers in here that, I think his work is awesome. I am a fan of his work for sure. So, yeah. And then he does, like I said, he had done a cover for The Last Ronin. Let me see if I can find on here. He did this twig cover, which is an homage to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild video game. So he did an exclusive for Twig, which is really cool. And then he did this Last Ronin cover. Now, he told me a funny story about this cover. So IDW wanted red in the cover. And I think he had either the original print that he did or something like that, because I did see it in person. So they wanted red in the cover. And initially, he had blood on the sword. And the rest of this was like black and white on the cover and blood on the sword. So IDW said, yeah, okay, we're good with that. It's a go. And Nickelodeon said, no, you can't have blood on the sword. So he had finished the whole thing. IDW said yes. Nickelodeon said no. And he had to go back to work. So it was a funny story that he shared with me. And it was funny just to see the process that artists have to go through. It's not just, hey, give us the cover. It's got to be approved by this company, then this company. So he shared that with me. So it was a really interesting story. But this was the final product that he ended up getting approved by IDW and Nickelodeon. So yeah, it's cool. So yeah, that was one of the artists that I met. And again, the sketch he did for me, I felt was phenomenal. And I did get it sent off to CGC since it was my very first sketch commission. And he's actually getting more work through IDW. He says he has 4 more TMNT covers that he now has to work on. Because he said, I'm going to try and work on my commissions in between each cover. And what happened at the con was that he wasn't approved like through CGC's artist platform. So I had to get a CGC witness to get my book and submit it through them. Luckily, it's through a local shop here that I've been to, and I know the people at that shop. So that process went smooth. However, with my other commission that he hasn't started yet. We were talking on Instagram, and he says, I'm going to go ahead and try and get artist approval so that I can submit commissions for my clients directly to CGC for them. And he said, if you want me to do it, because I wasn't going to get this second one graded. But he says, if you want this second one graded, once I finish it, I got approved, and he literally just told me this last night that he got approved through CGC to submit books. So we are going to make that magic happen. So let me see here. Let me get caught up. Let's see. What is a commission sketch? So that's when you have like a blank cover, or it doesn't have to be a comic book cover. You can, usually they do like an 11 by 17 portrait, but it's basically just an original art sketch. You work with an artist and tell them, I have this idea of this comic cover I want, or this art sketch I want, and they draw it for you. Some people don't do color, they just do inks and pencils. Some people do color sketches. Eric does both. And basically they do an original sketch for you, of your choice, or you can try to pull some ideas from them. But yeah, mine turned out great. I don't think I have the picture. I know it's on my Instagram, but I don't have it on my computer to share. But maybe you guys can see this. Nope, what happened there? This is the sketch that Eric did for me. And I only asked him to put Miles in the Venom suit in an action pose. And that's what he came up with. He did the cityscape and all that on his own. I got the idea of Miles in the Venom suit from Dark Ages. I don't know if you guys read that, but in the very last issue, they showed Miles and Venom bonding before he became Miles with Venom and Carnage and that whole big thing. He was just Miles with bonded with Venom, and that's where I got that idea from. And that's what this suit is. It's actually the suit from the Dark Ages book. So again, he knocked it out for me. Let me see here. It says, "Wow, Eric is talented. Congrats on getting the custom cover done. By the way, I recently received your J. Scott Campbell signed set. Fantastic. I like all of them, and the Miles one is fire." Absolutely. I was congratulating anyone that got the full set. That whole set is fire. And I only got the Miles Spider Ham set. I didn't spring for the whole one, but congratulations to you, because it is a beautiful set. So glad you were able to snag the whole thing. Let's see here. Some custom frames. Yeah, maybe. I don't keep the books out too often. I'll switch them out. So they are in custom stands. But maybe sometime down the line I might move into frames, but I haven't gotten there yet. Let me see here. Let's see. Typical missions work is what I do with custom frames. Okay. So yeah, that was a highlight of my con experience. There were other artists there. Hey Thomas. Some of the bigger artists, but I kept missing them. It was weird because I didn't want to keep going back to Artist Alley. So some of the other artists, I did miss them. They weren't at their tables, and somebody said, "Oh, they went out to do autographs and stuff like that." So, it was a lot of walking. So I did miss some of the marquee artists that were there. Other than that, guys, I wanted to make this a quick live. I have been working on my pressing skills. That is starting to shape up really nicely. Let me see if I can show you guys how some of it has turned out. By no means am I pro level or anything like that yet, but yeah, it's become a nice little change of pace. I actually enjoy cleaning the comic, and I enjoy pressing them. So let me see if I can show you guys some of the pictures that that I did here. Let me see. Am I sharing my screen here? Let's see. Entire screen. Share. Let's see. Let me try to see if I can do it. One more time. Okay, I don't know if it's doing it. I'm trying to share the whole screen, but it's not letting me click share. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, maybe I'll do it now. Nope, it won't let me do it. I want to do a tab. Preview. There we go. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's weird. It says that Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. That's weird. So I wanted to show you guys how the pressing has come along, but it's weird because it took my permissions away. So I'm not sure what happened there, but it is going really nicely. I might be able to show you guys some of the pictures this way. Let me see if I have any on here. Yeah, you probably won't be able to see them really good though. It's not the same. So this is a book I was working on, and I don't know if you guys can see how dirty it is. This is actually my X-Men 133, and this is an after picture of me getting it all cleaned up. So it's a big difference from before. I haven't pressed it yet. This was just me cleaning it. So let's see. Here's the before again with all that dirt. And then here's the after. So I'm getting the hang of cleaning the comics. And then I did press another book. So this book I plan on sending to the Jim Lee signing. If you guys can see, I took a picture of the bad spine tick that was there. And there are a couple of more spine ticks right there. And there was damage on the bottom corner of the book. So this is the after Danny's press. So I got that whole side cleaned up with removing those ticks. And this is what the bottom corner looks like now. So I'm learning, y'all. I'm getting the hang of it. So yeah, and that was just with the white eraser. I haven't used absorbing yet to really get into it. I just went around the edges with that white polymer eraser, and yeah, it works really well. I've been soaking up a lot of pressing and cleaning videos, and yeah, I've learned a lot so far, and I find that I actually enjoy it. So thank you, Naman. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. It's really fun, a fun thing to learn. So I don't want to stay on here long. I haven't eaten yet, you guys, but I really wanted to just kick it with you guys for a little bit. Yeah, I say go for it, Ghostin. It's actually, you either probably will enjoy it or you won't. I find that I do enjoy it. Once I have like some time to myself, I just sit right here at my station, and I just get to work, and it really, you really get to see the imperfections of a comic, because you really start to focus on it, and really get to see the difference that the cleaning makes and the pressing. I mean, like when you send it off, you can say, "Oh yeah, it looks good. It came out great." But when you do it yourself and just see it right before your eyes, it's a whole different experience. So I was even like, "Whoa, wow, that looks different. So, um, let me see. I bought a Seal 110. A 110S is what it's called. And I actually found it locally on OfferUp. A nice gentleman was trying to get rid of a lot of stuff that he had. And I got lucky. And he didn't even live like 10 minutes away from me, which was also amazing. And so, yeah, I scooped it up and it's been working fantastic. I love it. Now, I watched a lot of the videos where they say, oh, set it to this temperature and that. But what I'm quickly learning is that all these press machines are different. They are different. Like what other people set theirs at when they have like those I don't know what they're called, Tussy, Tussy, whatever machine that is, and they say set it to this temperature. It doesn't work the same as the seal temperature. It's a very different machine. So I had to learn how to tweak it and find out what temperature works best with this seal press. So I've been experimenting a lot. I probably will share some of the content with you guys, cooking the books. Because my very first one, I think I cooked it. It came out really crispy. It was crackling when I pulled it out. So I did buy a pressing book. I haven't bought the CPR one. I know a lot of people recommend that one, but I haven't found that I've needed that book as of yet. Again, I just did research in other ways and quickly learned how to correct the when the book comes out, cracking and stuff like that. So that was like an easy fix that I learned just by doing a little bit more research. So let me see here. Why it takes so long to get back to a con? Well, because it just, I had just gotten back into comics, back in 2020, and that's when stuff was hitting the fan. So I wasn't really into comics, for all these years. And the reason why, again, is because, I had got robbed of my collection, which hurt me to the core. And, I just kind of quit collecting after that because I mean, my collection got stolen, and that just did me in for a while. And I was just like, forget it. I'm done with collecting. So that's why I haven't really gone to any cons because I was just kind of traumatized from a robbery that took a collection that I had been building since I was a child. So since I was like 11 years old, to have all that taken away was kind of it hurt a lot. So it took me a long time to get over it. So that's why I haven't gone any cons, but I'm back at it now, and I'm back at it full swing and ready for more. Let's see here. Yeah, if you well, what are you waiting for? Fight the good fight. If you have the equipment, get to it. I'm just playing. Go at your own pace, but still, yeah, if you already have the necessary tools to get started, I mean, just dive in, go for it. That's what I did. I just dove right in. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it did, but and it took me a long time to get over it, but I did. So I'm back into the hobby, but yeah, it just took a long time to get over that I lost a lot of my childhood things that I actually worked hard for. It wasn't just stuff that I bought on allowances. I actually got summer jobs to pay for, my collection. So all right, yeah, see, you feeling me. Get started. Get to it. I'm telling you. Get on it. No, but yeah, guys, I want to try and keep this under an hour and just tell you guys how my con experience went, encourage you guys to maybe try to get out to one and just start enjoying getting back to uh networking with the comic community in person. So I didn't really meet anybody at my con, but hopefully in the future I will be able to meet whoever. Maybe some of you guys will be at some of these future cons. So it'll be fun to start to meet some of the comic community in person. That's something I'm actually looking forward to. Um, let me see here. Let me get caught up on one last comment here. Keep an eye out. There are many more cons near you that you may not know yet about. I'm gonna try to visit. Wow. Okay. Well, I know you all in. I just tried to get my feet wet a little bit, Spade. I know you all in, but um, yeah. So I will look out for more. But I really want to get to one of the big ones for sure. That's always been a goal. So I'm hoping to try and make that happen. I do sell some of my comics. I actually got approved to be a seller on Whatnot. My very first live show is going to be this Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So, yeah, I do sell some of my comics. I have an eBay account and a Mercari account, so I do sell on there as well. But this will be my first time selling on Whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. But thank you for asking. Yeah, I just dipped my toes this time. But yeah, I know I'm gonna try and make a bigger splash. I'm gonna try and make a bigger splash. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, I did enjoy myself, and I am actually looking forward to more cons in the future. So um, I appreciate you guys stopping by to chat with me. I will try again to do more lives. Now that I've gotten in the groove of things, some things at work had changed, and you know, like probably a lot of people, they started making some of us come back to the office, and it's kind of hurting pockets with the gas when you've been working from home for the last 2 years, and they say, oh well, no, well, we need you to start driving in. So I haven't had the time like I normally would have because I have to commute. So but yeah, now that I've gotten into the swing of things, I will hopefully try to get on here um, more often. Let me see, I got one last comment here. Yeah. Yeah, the Wolverine is fire. That's another one of my top Wolverine covers. I'm actually thinking about doing a top Wolverine covers video. So that is something that I've actually been planning. I am waiting on one more book to come back from CGC before I do that video, but that is something I have planned or in the works. So thank you, Will Boar. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, Philly Born. I appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for stopping by on this live. We'll do it again real soon. And you guys take care. See you later.